IVM.
TFG Football is an IVM production, and you can also check out their other awesome shows like Geek Fruit with fellow and television geeks Tejas, Jishnu and Dinkar as they discuss the world of science fiction and nerd culture.
You're listening to TFG Football.
We have done it. India has made it to the 2019 UAE Asian Cup finally. After so many years. 2011 was the last time that we had attempted to be there, and this is only the fourth time in history that India will be participating in the finals of this tournament. A great moment, and it did not come easy. Obviously, Macau also had a chance, outside chance to making it, and India did not want to lose out. That fourth match out of the 6 matches that we played, and India had the chance to complete the qualification in the fourth match, and India did that. I think the score does not reflect how tough the match was, but I think it was a pretty close game, and Macau made it difficult for us. Chiranjit, your thoughts on that?
So it was expected a little bit that we would beat Macau and secure the qualification right here. But it was a bit of a tough road, not this round, but coming into this round, it was a bit of a let's say a struggle, because we had to go into the qualifiers and the playoffs, and then we got sorted into a relatively not very easy. It was a tough group, man, because Myanmar, not an easy team to face. They gave us a lot of trouble away from home. Kyrgyzstan, everybody thought they would be the winners in that game, but we managed to come out on top. So yeah, it just shows the kind of last couple of years we have played a lot of matches. We have just arranged our fixtures accordingly to get the best out of rankings. Everything we have had long preparations, and more or less we have been busy. The national team camp has always been busy, and that's what you get from this. You get grit, you get a lot of spirit. And in the difficult matches, India got stuck in and produced results. Kyrgyzstan was not an easy game to win. I think, Kevin, even you believe that Kyrgyzstan were the better team that day.
No doubt.
Myanmar, again, it was a last-minute victory. It was almost ending up in a draw. So that's what this team is capable of. When you are faced with that pressure, this team has developed that grit to grind in and give you the win, and that's why we are there. That's why we can start planning for a pot 2 qualification now. Just being there is no longer enough. We have higher dreams now. So that's what's happening here. Slowly the bar is being raised, and every single time this team is rising to meet that bar.
Yeah, before we get into the details of how India played out against Macau, I want to get Siju into with her thoughts on this game. Siju, what do you think? India did play, towards the end. It really looked, they made it look easy, but was it an easy ride from the start?
Well, we started on a good note. I mean, from the get-go, we were always spending in the half of the Macau team, and we were in the attack mode. And we knew that we needed goals. That was evident when the players, when JJ was trying, when Chetri was trying, running up inside. But then I think after we got the goal and then Macau equalized it, that's when I'm sure, a panic kind of rose. Not much, but just a little bit, okay, they are in. So let's not take this, let's not be very, what do you say, Chetri said, let's not be complacent about it and, go over the board and do something wrong and bad that will affect us. But in the end, this halftime could have been a 1-0 lead for India, but that defensive lapse is what happened there for them to score. But then second half, I'm sure it was a great talk in the halftime in the dressing room. So we came back quick and we got those goals, and finally, look at the change that Constantine made. He needs to be credited here once he got Balwant in. I'm sure, at least me, I don't know about the others, I can't talk about the others. Talking about just myself, when Jackie Chan was replaced, I thought he should have got Udanta, but then what Balwant did was what Balwant did, and we all saw that. the pace that he got into and that pass, and even after that, even after his assist that he gave to Chetri, after that, even he got one or two more chances to convert. But yeah, I mean, that's what this guy has got into the team since the time he's been playing for India. And it's just like I said, old is gold. What I tweeted saying that, I mean, these guys, as they age, they just get better with time. So it was amazing to see the second half, and also thanks to Macau for the one of the goals. Or else Chiranjeev's and my prediction have been right. 3 goals is what we said, 3-0. But overall, it was a good game. Yes, in the first half, it was a bit not. I wouldn't say shaky, but Macau did give a good fight. But hey, we were the better team, and we had the advantage, saying that we are the favorite to win. So we stuck to that. Proud of this team. Had tears in my eyes towards the end. We are going, and I think, yeah, I mean, we've made it. 12 wins in a row. Amazing stuff for the Constantine and the boys.
Yeah, so Chiranjit, I just want to bring you in over here just to understand. Jackie Chan did start, and Udanta was favorite to take that place. But Jackie Chan was seen more on the left wing, and this left foot of his did not create magic. And what he does on the right wing cannot be done on the left wing. But was it something that the rain also played a part in that? Because Rains and Kantirwa, they've got a story with them, and when when they do come together, it feels like it just reminds us of that rain-soaked game where it was just a washout, and it was all India's game.
Rains and Kantirwa is a very bad story, very bad.
It's one of some of the best stories in Indian football. Rain in Kantirwa.
Yeah. So again, was it something that could have been better if India had played more?
Udanta is better on the right wing, no doubt. Jackie Chan is usually should be on the left, but Holicharan is there. So it's look what Constantine was trying to do was he started on a bit of a conservative note, like he did in the away game. Okay, you just put in Chetri and JJ up front, and the Macau defense can sort of deal with that. Okay, and I think this was more of a chance given to Jackie Chan just to utilize with the pace and just frustrate the side back. So I think Jackie Chan, he could give you chances. He could set up balls. He can actually perform even on the right wing, and the thing is that Holicharan is just so good on the left wing that it's hard for anybody else to establish themselves on that wing right now. So that's why the chance was given to Jackie Chan, because his pace would frustrate the left side back, and it was sort of a distraction because the plan was all along to score from the middle, or from the left. So yeah, that's how we sort of started doing this. The goal that Boj got. That JJ set up. Was it JJ or Sunil set it up? It was a JJ setup. Yeah, So JJ just look at the freaking. I saw him do that 3-4 times. He got the ball inside the penalty box instead of going for a shot himself. He knew to just pass it to his teammate because they would be in a better position, and that's a brilliant sense for a striker to have. But that's off topic. Coming back to the wing, I think Jackie Chan was a decoy, and he just served his purpose that way. And what Constantine did in the halftime is what he did away in the away game against Macau as well. See, this Macau defense cannot handle 3 strikers. Okay, even though Balwant Singh was out there on the right, he was still cutting in. And he was often changing his position down to the middle. Okay, and that is the pressure that this Macau defense cannot handle. They fared better this time because they were better prepared. They were actually more prepared than India to play this game. They even played a friendly against Laos coming into this game. Last time their friendly against Hong Kong got cancelled because of a cyclone. And India had played 2 preparatory matches against Mauritius and St. Kitts and Nevis. So India were the better prepared team last time, so they controlled the game better. Here, Macau came in as a bit more prepared, but the moment India switched to three up front, they buckled. They had to buckle. The Sunil Chhetri goal at the hour mark. Then we got that bonus goal. I'm not even going to count that Hope Manfai own goal, and JJ's goal towards the end. But let's not forget, what they were doing also. Macau had a period of pressure early in the second half. They seemed like creating chances. Gurpreet had a couple of good saves. I'm not talking about the goal that they scored. That was just miscalculation from Pritam Kotal to let that in. But they looked better. It seemed like they had better shape. They had more confidence. They were trying to get the second goal, and they failed because their final third is still not up to the mark. But in the end, that's where we beat them. Their defense cannot hold three of our strikers. We just have too much quality out there for them.
But just to go back to see the game overall, not just this game, the tournament. I think we've been a second half team, haven't we? The second half is where we actually just start making all the best moves, and we've seen it's the halftime talk or whatever, or the tactics that Constantine brings in. It's magic in the second half. It's a total game changer when we start off on that second period of the game. And yesterday also was that same magic that that we've been creating. Again, we've seen in the earlier games as well. Some teams switch off after in the second half, but then India is somebody who just starts playing all together at a whole new different level. And but there are some defensive mistakes that we did yesterday. There was this miscommunication between Gurpreet where there was a back pass played to him and he was under pressure, and there were some punches that Gurpreet did not convincingly or the usual defense that we've seen from Jingan and Anas was kind of not there yesterday. So these are some points that I think we will have to look into, because Macau, Kyrgyzstan and Myanmar are one of the lower, less tougher teams that we've seen in this tournament, and we will be facing the likes of Oman. Qatar will be there. These teams will exploit that one defensive lapse of India's.
That's the thing, but I think the defensive mistakes was because of lack of match practice. If they had managed to play a friendly or something like that 1 week before the game, they would be in a very different shape. And you can believe me that we will not be lacking any kind of preparation going into the finals of the Asian Cup. That's not to say that we will take on Oman and beat them. But it's gonna be a better performance from us going there. Macau Myanmar, they're not that bad though. We made them look bad because Sunil Chhetri got that late goal, and that's one of the things that Constantine has done. This team stays stuck in till the last minute. That's a big change in attitude that has happened. This was not the case 10 years ago. Okay. So this is a team that looks for the goal till the last minute. The Myanmar game showed that. The Kyrgyzstan game showed that. We think now that they were easy opponents, but they are not very easy at all. Myanmar, we were playing away from home. They almost got us. We almost lost 2 points over there. So in retrospect, we can say they were not that tough. But Kyrgyzstan, they could have beaten us.
Easy.
We will go on to play away from home against them. Then we will see what kind of a tough team they are. It's not the easiest of rides and not the easiest of groups actually.
And again, this does not end over here, because we want to finish at the top of the group to get a favourable result, a favourable draw in the actual finals. So again, that's a very different game, Kevin, because we have to beat either Palestine or Iraq in the rankings. And both of them got wins in October, so they will actually go up in rankings. The only, I think I mentioned that in that article I put up on the fangarage.com, only ray of hope is that Iraq will lose a lot of ranking points by April.
So we have to schedule 2 good friendlies. Like, we're playing Myanmar on 14th November. 6th November, the friendly date starts. So I hope on 6th November we play somebody good. And then there are no FIFA friendly dates till March. But the dates open on the 19th of March 2018, and we play Kyrgyzstan away from home. I hope we play somebody good away from home. Because now you cannot worry about a win streak anymore. It's a different game now to qualify for the pot 2, and to get there you need to take some risks.
Yeah.
And I hope India delivers on that. I hope India takes those risks.
Yeah. All right. So that was all about the.
Well, before we wrap up, we saw a bit of niggle with Anas towards the end. He was being replaced after that. So the news is that, I don't know how true, just that it doesn't seem very bad, but a little, it's kind of bad. That's what I've heard about that injury. But let's wait for the confirmation. Let's see. Let's hope that's going to be a good news, because we do need him at the back for the team, and with Sandesh Jingan and everyone. So he did seem like a bit off after that niggle that he had. So yeah, that's I would say.
Yeah, hope for the best. And on that note, we will head on to a break, and on the other side, we will preview India's last group game in the Under-17 World Cup. That is against Ghana. All that on the other side of the break.
In a world where people are busy playing Mendicott at Diwali parties, 2 men decide to go all in the river.
Don't you mean on the river?
On the river.
Oh yeah.
2 men will go where no one has ever gone before, to a studio with no air conditioning or Coke Zero, to talk about poker.
Hey, order lo na yaar koi, kya hai ye bakwas?
The SpartanPoker.com presents Mera Kaam Poker, hosted by Azim Banatwala.
The best comedian in the world, according to himself.
And Peter Abraham.
Not related to John.
New episodes out every Wednesday on the IBM podcast app or any other podcasting app you use. And for all our listeners who want to try out their hand at poker, you can log on to thespartanpoker.com, register yourself as a user with the promo code IBM, and you will get 200 bonus cash, which you can use to play poker for free. See you at the tables.
And we are back after the break, and we will be previewing India versus Ghana. This is the last game of the group stage for India. India are fighting to stay hopeful of a chance to make it through the final round of 16. We are one of the 3 teams who are on 0 points. So we are joined by the New Caledonia. Chile is also there on 0 points, and along with that is People's Republic of Korea, that's North Korea. So a win against Ghana might not guarantee us, but again we can always hope. Chiranjit and Siju, I will ask you first. How do you think India is going to approach this game?
It's a tough game. Yes, Ghana did lose against USA, but it was a close game. Towards the end is where USA scored a 1-0 goal. I think when around almost 15-20 minutes was left on the clock. So it's not going to be an easy game. Like we said, I didn't have any hopes even for the match against Colombia, but we did play a very improved game as compared to USA. We did have chance. We should have won the game, but yeah, at sometimes luck doesn't favor us, or it's our defensive lapse or whatever we can call it. But Ghana, they are a tough team. I don't see any chance of. I'm not keeping hopes. I anyway had no hopes. Just like I said, give me a goal and I'll be the happiest, and they've done that. But moving ahead, these are all a learning step, and I'm happy that we were in a group like USA, Ghana, or Colombia for that matter, because there's a lot to learn, and I'm sure the boys are picking up all of that, and Matos is looking at it closely. But hopes against Ghana? No, not for me. Not from my side at least.
Chiranjit.
Yeah, well, I'm not hoping for anything, man. I just want to see a good show. I want to see a fight, and I want to see the team finish with their head held high. Even if it was a draw, I would have. If a draw was enough to sort of get us through, I would have held some hopes. But it's probably not going to be, man. There are 2 or 3. Actually, four of the I'm looking at the third place teams right now. Honduras, Ghana, Niger, and Costa Rica are the top 4 third teams right now, and 3 of them have 3 points. So it may just be that if we get 3 points, we might be in a good position. But then again, we have to get our goal difference better. So
I think
even
is
a
it goal
1-0
difference
win,
that matters? Because
it's
it
goal
head to
difference
head first.
No, head to head is only if everything is same. Goal difference,
Okay,
goal
so
scored
points is
same.
first, and then we see the goal difference.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we are in a very bad shape in that. It's like, man, if we just had a draw against Colombia, we would be in so much of a better position right now. But I mean, I'm not hoping for. I'm wishing for it. I'm not hoping for it. Ghana is a good team. We are not in the best of shapes right now. We have Komal, who's got an injury, may not be able to play. Aniket has an injury, may not be able to play. We'll have to see, till afternoon to find out what happens with them. These guys are fast, man. I mean, USA beat them 1-0. But, anybody who saw the game would know that Ghana were the better team. And the only reason they have suffered so far is because the finishing has been shit. Okay, Ibrahim got that one goal, and since then they have been like misfiring everything. And United States have a really good goalkeeper. So all of that, added up to Ghana losing that match. But Ghana were the best team. I think Ghana are the best team. They will be doing everything they can to get the top spot. Probably won't get it because USA are playing Colombia today in DY Patil, right? So we will need to get a win against Ghana, and then Colombia needs to get a 4-0 pounding. Okay, it's like United States has to beat Colombia 4-0. Then Ghana goes second, and we come third.
That's too much to hope for.
Yeah, it's just not gonna add up, man. But I just hope for a fight, man. I don't know what else we can actually hope for at this point.
It's not easy at all, even if you get a big win against Ghana, which is actually very difficult to imagine, because the way Ghana has played in this tournament, I think they look set to go into the round 16 unless something disastrous happens. And against USA, which beat us 3-0, I think they were easily going through in the first half itself. I think they were just unlucky. We were talking about luck that was not favoring India, and it was the same against Ghana when they played USA. They could have easily gone up 2-0 at halftime, and that could have been a game changer. And second half, and they've got the speed, they've got the physical abilities, so it's just impossible to stop them. And because when we talk about physicality, the Ghana team was able to match up to USA because they were much physically able than us. And if we put up against Ghana, it's going to be it's going to be more like a demolishing. I'm just praying that we don't lose badly. That is all I can hope.
See, they will be looking to teach us a lesson and make sure they finish second. It's just going to be a tough outing. But one of the things that I think will happen is that it's about gaining experience, right? Remember the goal we scored, and then 30 seconds later we conceded because we were still lost, in the dreams, as the coach said. But it's gonna be a bit different now. We will be playing much more freely because that pressure is off. Nobody really expects us to do anything, so the players will play their natural game. And will not be bogged down by anything. And they have experienced those moments. They have experienced those moments of joy, and they know now that they need to control it, otherwise they will just get hit on the other side of the pitch. So it's going to be, probably we're going to see the most mature performance from the Indian under-17 team so far.
Yeah, and
that is going to be the most, what do you call it? I have a feeling we will not, even if we lose, it will not be like we got humiliated or something.
Yeah.
So we will put up a fight. We will be, we will make ourselves known as a worthy competitor.
Yeah, and I have a prayer for India. The twice, the two games that we played, the woodwork was our enemy, the frame of the goal.
Yeah.
I hope tonight when India plays, whenever the goal is hitting or reaching that frame of the goal, I hope it just goes a bit wider or it just goes a little higher so that the ball goes in. Let's hope that happens, because had those goals come in, I think it would have been a different story than we are talking about it right now.
Yeah.
And all right, so that match is at 8 o'clock tonight. USA will be playing Colombia, and India will be playing Ghana. So hope to see the best coming out of this tournament for India. And we, if we have to move out of this tournament, I hope it does in a great way, that it builds up a great learning experience for these young boys playing in the FIFA tournament for the first time. On that note, we will wrap up the show. If you're listening to us on YouTube, do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. And download the IVM Podcast app, which is available on Android and iOS. The podcast is also available on major podcasting apps like SoundCloud, iTunes, etc. We will get you the review of India's game tomorrow. Till then, guys, see you. Bye.
That was Tantrik Steve from Hansraj College, Delhi, performing at IIT Bombay's Mood Indigo. Just like them, there's a lot of new talent and art coming out of colleges all across India, but unfortunately most of this goes completely unnoticed or ignored. To fix this, we started atkt.in. Hi, I'm Ankur, I'm a musician and a rapper, and I found that one of the best things about being an artist myself is finding new talent. Through atkt.in, Tanya, my colleague who's a dancer, and our whole team really is putting all of our efforts into discovering and promoting all the coolest talent that's coming out of colleges all across India. And this goes up on our website, our social media, TV, radio, and now, of course, this podcast with IVM. Make sure you go to our website, support the talent with your likes, your shares, your comments. All of that really matters. Go ahead, check it out. atkt.in.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain speaking. Sorry to say, but there's been a slight delay due to the apocalypse having suddenly begun. As you can see, there's death, destruction, and chaos taking place all around us. But don't you worry, food and drinks will be served shortly, and I would recommend checking out
IVM Podcasts
to get some of your favorite Indian podcasts. We'll keep you going till this whole thing blows over. Thank you.